looking at a case study for the economic forces. I hope and I believe you can see my slides.
Yes.
Okay. So we spoke about the value of technology. We spoke about diffusion, though we didn't use the actual word of diffusion. So globalization is how the markets diffuse at a global level. We spoke about the hype cycle and market growth. Now we are going to do a case study analysis on the economic macro environment. So an activity, guys. List and discuss the economic factors affecting Takealot's digital marketing. So you need to look to analyze the economic factors affecting Takealot's supply chain, affecting Takealot's market growth and development, affecting Takealot's pricing in response to the country's economic status, affecting Takealot's shipping, and other economic factors. But before we start discussing this, do you guys know Takealot?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you both have accounts with Takealot?
Yes.
I do, yes.
Have you ordered on Takealot?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that's perfect. So you are well familiar with what you are talking about now. So let's think about their supply chain. What are the economic factors influencing their supply chain?
Maybe the price of petrol.
Okay, so logistics, price of petrol. All right, what else? First of all, who are their suppliers? Do they get local suppliers or global suppliers or both? Who are their suppliers?
I think they have both global and local suppliers.
So they are practicing localization then. So what is happening globally?
Can you just repeat that, please?
Happening globally can affect Takealot's trading. If they get their supplies globally and there's an increase in fuel or there disruption within the supply and chain management, it means that Takealot is going to have some economic bit of it, right?
Yes.
Okay, then market growth. What are the economic factors that has led to market growth and development of Takealot? Okay, someone during the day class mentioned that Takealot's market growth increased as a result of COVID-19. Do you agree with him or disagree with him?
Agree.
I think I agree with him.
Because he says that without COVID-19, it can be argued that to some extent, Takealot wouldn't be where they are now. So that's the debate that we had in class. And what do you think, guys?
I think it's true.
So as people were restricted in their homes, not being allowed to go out, Takealot increased its presence. And also, with COVID-19, it means that many people opted to be online so that they can connect with their relatives, so that they can connect with the working remotely, so that they can connect with the digital community. And that led to market growth and development for Takealot. And now it has got many pickup points. There's one that I know that is in Fourways. Where else, guys, have you come across a Takealot pickup point?
They're all over. There's one here. I don't know if you guys know Alberton. There's one in Alberton, in Midrand.
You see? Oh, no, are you the one who stays in Pretoria, if I remember?
No, I stay here right by you. I stay in Randburg.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, where do you stay, Razia?
I stay in Glen Vista in the south of Johannesburg.
Okay. Don't worry, I'm not going to visit you.
It's okay. I love to entertain.
You know, people are always very, very sensitive with their addresses, but they're always quicker to key in their addresses when they're ordering something. Anyway. All right, let's look about pricing. What do you think about Takealot's pricing, guys? Do you think their pricing model is suits what is happening currently in the country? Are they very expensive beyond reach, or are they very cheap like Wish, or are their prices reasonable?
I think their prices are reasonable. And I think what I like about them is that they give you lower options, prices of what you want. So, like
Okay.
simple things, you're able to have an option with the things that you want. So, I don't think they're expensive.
Someone mentioned that they've got daily deals. What? Daily what? Daily discount, daily promotion. I can't remember something daily. I don't know if you've come across it.
Yes, they do have daily deals.
Are
Um,
they legitimate or they are fake? Are they not deceiving?
no, I don't think they're deceiving. And they also have these clear checkout ones where the prices are like really, really low. So I don't think they're deceiving. I haven't purchased with the daily deals, so I wouldn't know, but I don't think they're deceiving.
Okay. Then let's look at shipping. What are the economic factors affecting shipping? Remember, guys, the economic factors can both be positive and negative. Is their shipping expensive?
It's affordable, and then they give you options like the pickup point, which is free, right? I think if you choose the pickup point, you don't pay for any shipping. So, in terms of their shipping options economically, I think they they're very reasonable.
Okay, do you pay for refunds collection?
Not that I know of. To be honest, I've experienced their refund collection process, and they're actually very thorough, and um because they feel like the customer is being inconvenienced, I think that part is free. So they take care of that aspect.
All right. What else can we discuss under shipping? The estimated delivery, how is it?
It's pretty accurate, and if they have any delays, they do keep the clients updated.
Okay. Then what are other economic factors can you think of, guys, when it comes to Takealot? All right, there were many that were discussed in class. So I'd just like to share with you guys because knowledge is power and we can always want to share knowledge. So the other factors that students discussed in class, the first one was inflation. How do you think inflation affects take a lot? And what is inflation?
Inflation is like when rates increase due to, you know, things that are happening in our country or political, political factors. Um,
Okay, and how is that affecting take a lot? Influencing take a lot, having an impact on take a
oh,
lot?
oh, that affects their pricing of their products.
Pricing of their products, what else? Fuel costs, maintenance of their resources. And what about recession? They also mentioned recession. So what is recession and how does it affect Takealot's operations? And what is the difference between inflation and recession? It's becoming deeper, guys, right?
So deep, so deep. But I think recession is like when there's an economic decline, and when this happens, the demand of take a lot products will decrease.
Okay. All right. So, guys, inflation, just to add on what Razia said, inflation is an increase in commodity prices, while there's no notable increase in income. So that's why you see there was a time when bread was 6 rand and now it is 20 rand or 19 rand. There was a time when local taxes were 8 rand and now they're about 17 rand and so on. You know what I'm talking about, guys, right? And then ever since then, the salary cap for many employees would be the same, or maybe they would only increase by 3%, while its commodities are increasing by more than 10%. So that's inflation. Then recession is when there's no economic activity. Recession is when there's no economic activities. So people are being retrenched, be it maybe due to technological advancements. Let's say 50 people were employed to sweep a street. Then all of a sudden there's a truck that can be able to sweep that street. So instead of 50 people sweeping that street, you only need one person to drive that truck and sweep the street. It means that 49 people have lost their jobs. So that will be less economic activity because they're not being productive. So that's recession. So when there's less economic activity, it means that there's less economic transaction. People are hesitate to buy and they are on tight budgets. Then they also mentioned infrastructure. How can infrastructure influence take a lot? How is it an economic factor for take a lot?
It can affect their shipping and how and when the products get to them and then their clients. So let's say there's a process strike, they may have issues with logistics, and so that affects, the customer's overall satisfaction. So they may start to look for other alternatives, and then that in turn is a decrease in revenue for Take a Lot.
Okay. So it was mentioned that infrastructure, if the roads are poor, have got many potholes, If there are so many potholes, it means that products can be damaged, especially those that are fragile. Imagine if it's a bumpy road. By the time you receive your product, it's damaged. You know, your Easter egg, now it's Easter period. You order an Easter egg. There are so many potholes, it end up damaged, and consumers might end up getting refunds and stuff like that, and it would affect the economy of Takealot. And also, if those roads are bumpy, it means that the vehicles will need more maintenance, you know, having shocks, damage, and so forth. So that's one of the things that was mentioned in terms of infrastructure. And infrastructure can be linked to market growth and development. For example, Takealot started operating from the house, but now it has got main infrastructure across the world, across the country, having pick-out points and warehouses. I don't know if you agree with that, guys, because there's no right answer. There's no wrong answer. It's only based on how you motivate your argument.
Okay.
Another thing that you can consider as an economic factor is insurance. Are the products for Takealot insured? For example, if Obonolo orders something online, then the courier guy gets hijacked or gets mugged. What happens there? Do they supply you with something else? Or once it left
Uh,
their warehouse, it's no longer their business?
now, now shops have introduced an insurance fee. I don't know if Take a Lot has, because I know Pep
Mhm.
courier service has, where you pay like 20 rand if your package gets damaged or lost or something. They give you
Yes.
some sort of money. So I don't know if Take a Lot has that.
And also, I don't know with your Shein and your Wish, most global companies do have insurance option that you pay for.
Yes.
So those are the economic factors that you can consider, guys. There are lots of them that you can think about as long as they affect the costs, be it for companies, be it for consumers, then they are economic factors. So that's it, guys, about the application of economic forces for a company. Do you feel like this is relevant, guys?
Relevant to?
This exercise, do you feel like it was relevant
Yeah.
to the
Yeah.
application of the economic forces?
Yes, because there are so many scenarios.
Yes, and it is our job as marketers to discuss those scenarios. Are there any questions or comments?
Nope.
Okay, we are done with economic forces. We unpacked them in lesson 27, and we did a case study analysis using Takealot on lesson 28. Now, in the next session, which is lesson 29, we are going to unpack political forces.